we're going to exercise, strengthen, and stretch our legs, ankles, and feet. So all you need is a band or some sort of band alternative and a chair. We're gonna start standing with our chair, hands on the chair, feet together, and warming up our legs and calves and ankles, just lifting the heels off the ground. Doesn't quite touch the ground, and we lift them back up. This is a good calf strengthening exercise. Good, just up and down. And bring it down, now just the toes up. And this here is keeping our ankles mobile and also stretching the calves when we do our toes up. All right, and switch it back, heels up. And one more time, heels down, lift up the toes. Good, and center. Now just like we're walking, we're pedaling our feet. Good, and down. All right, a few stretches here. If you're ever having any leg, calf pain or ankle pain, let's do some of these stretches. You've done them before. One foot in front of the other. We sit on the back ankle. This is a great calf stretch here. We're also stretching all of our ankle muscles, keeping that joint really mobile. Our ankle was meant to be mobile. Come up and back down. So we want to make sure we keep that flexibility there. And come up, let's switch. One foot in front, the other behind, and sitting on the back ankle. Just breathing into the stretch. Come up and down. Good, and back up. Let's come to the first side again, spreading the legs more apart. We're leaning forward with our hips. Back heel stays down as we lean forward, and you get a really deep calf stretch coming all the way up the leg. That's what we want to feel, a deep stretch in the back side of our leg. For a deeper stretch, you can always lunge more, but keeping that back foot on the ground all the way is the best way to get that stretch. And let's switch. Other foot forward, both heels totally on the ground as we lean forward. And again, we just breathe into the stretch. Good, and let's come to the center. I'm gonna bring my chair towards you now. You can take a seat. And we'll start here, bringing one leg up over the other, or however you're comfortable. I like to use my hand to help guide my ankle in a circle. You can also do this without your hand, ankle circles, just up on the leg or down below, wherever you feel is comfortable. I'm gonna do it this way. You can choose any way that's good for you. We're just working out the ankle, circling it around, and reverse. Very good, let's switch. Again, you can do it down on the floor. You can do it up and just do it yourself with the foot, or add the hand in. Whatever floats your boat. We just want to move that ankle around to get it going. And reverse. Good, and down. All right, let's add a little tiny bit of core into this as we do it. Bringing your legs straight out, toes, point them up to the ceiling. You're going to feel a stretch in the back of your calf. Oh, and don't forget, we're working our tummy by doing this too. And then point. We're now stretching the top of our legs, our shins. Good, again. Flex, toes up. And point, toes out in front of you. Good, and bring it down. You want to grab your band now, if you have that next to you, or your band alternative, whatever that might be. A little more ankle exercises here, putting the band underneath the foot. One foot to start, giving a nice tight tug on the band so that you have some resistance. We're just going to point and flex here. Adding some resistance helps the muscle work harder, therefore we're strengthening it. Having a mobile ankle and strong muscles to help support it in our leg and foot is what's going to help us prevent injuries if we step off a curb wrong or just step funny, trip and catch ourselves before we fall, because we've got that mobility and strength in our legs. All right, and just hold it up now. Hold it here. You can give it a tighter tug for a little stretch. And lift the leg up, pulling it in for an even deeper stretch. And slowly lower down. Let's now switch feet, put the other one in. Again, a nice tight tug, and we're just doing some pointing and flexing with the band for resistance. If you don't have a band, you can still do the pointing and flexing. You're still going to work out that ankle very well. Just a few more here. All right, leg is out, toe up. Give that band a little bit of a tug. And just hold. All right, you can lift the leg a little higher, and again, pull it in, feeling that stretch underneath the leg. And slowly lower down. Good, you can let the band go. That was our use of the band. Now we'll continue with just a few more stretches for our legs. Remembering that our hips, our legs, ankles, and toes, everything is all connected. So stretching one part, even our hip, can help loosen our ankle, all right? Because the body is all intertwined. So bringing one knee up to your chest. Sitting up nice and tall too. Stretching our leg all the way down here, the back side into the glute, even stretching the low back. Grab underneath the leg now and kick the heel out in front of you. This you feel underneath the leg. And just try to lift that leg a little higher while keeping it straight. And slowly lower down. Good, let's do the other side. Leg in, hugging yourself. Good, now grabbing underneath, kick the heel out. Toe points up. And you hold and stretch. Trying to keep your back still nice and tall. We're not leaning against the back of the chair here, if you can help it. And lift it a little higher, And slowly lower down. Good, another stretch here. Again, we sit up tall. One leg crosses over the other. If you can't quite reach your leg onto your thigh, you can cross down at the ankles. That will still give you a stretch. And we're just gonna press lightly on the upper leg until you feel a good stretch in your hip area. Our legs will feel nice and loose after all of these stretches. Lift up that leg slightly, take a deep breath in. Exhale, press it down. And release that leg slowly down to the ground, and we'll do the other side. Again, you can cross it at the ankles if you prefer. Light pressure on the up leg until you feel a stretch. Breathing as we're holding this. Deep breath in, leg comes up a little. Exhale, press it down again. And slowly release that leg out. Good, I hope your legs feel nice and loose, stretched and strengthened. Let's take a deep breath here, inhale. And exhale. Again, in. And out. One more deep one, and slowly in. And exhale. All right, good work.